Hello? Everybody doing good? Alright. Donald, Goofy. Goofy Donald did the wrong thing. Sid, Yuffie. Just begin my back to a new Kingdom Hearts 2 stream. And if you're on this last one, definitely go and check it out. And yeah. I did a little bit of, yes, I also, right quick, I also opened the gates, 2 keyhole gates to Agrabah and Halloween Town, and also, for later, I have also did for me to do Atlantica as well. So I think first we'll go to Halloween Town. But yeah, I have leveled up a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. I'm at level 25. And I have also, hang on a sec. Yeah, hang on just a sec. Yeah. I have upgraded more of Valor, and I upgraded all the way currently to Form level 4 for Wisdom. And I also did the whole Summon level 3 as well. Again, the current levels we can do right now. And I've also gotten Quick Run. Yeah, I've also gotten Quick Run. At least the first level for Quick Run. I have also gotten. I thought might as well, since we, got Quick Run in the last one. Right? We got Quick Run in the last one, so yeah, might as well. Sorry, Donald. Again, you know the procedure. You know the procedure. I trade Donald for Goofy. I'm so sorry, Donald, but I trade you for Goofy. Again, that's just how I do it in these Kingdom Hearts games. If it's like Kingdom Hearts 1 or, 2, for example, then yeah, I would trade Donald for somebody else. It depends on the Disney World that we're in, of course. It depends on the Disney World that we're in. I would normally do that to Donald. Yeah, doing Donald some dirty. I mean, I just like having Goofy most of the time. When it comes to these choices, to be able to select certain ones in the party, I do normally like to have Goofy in it. Nothing wrong with Donald, of course. Yeah, definitely not anything wrong with Donald, I would say. I just like having Goofy in it. I just prefer having Goofy in my party. That's all. That is all. Just prefer having Goofy in the party. And just having some of the other Disney characters in the party as well. Like, for example, here, Jack Skellington. I kind of do prefer this Halloween Town than the one in the first game. Just because this Halloween Town is basically based on the actual movie, right? Because when it comes to Jack and his whole obsession with Christmas, right? And with Santa Claus and everything that was from the first movie. Or from the actual movie. So yeah, it definitely makes it my favorite when it comes to the 2 Halloween towns. And I do like the Oogie Boogie fight in this world too, a bit more than the first one. How's everybody? This week's is going. Mine's going well. This Heartless right here, that's in this like Jack in the Box kind of Heartless. it can definitely be kind of annoying. Yeah, some of these Heartless definitely can be pretty obnoxious. Pretty obnoxious, for sure. Again, definitely make sure that, again, we had the chat in this as well. I made sure, because unlike on the first Kingdom Hearts 3 Pizza Thursday stream, that I completely forgot to actually do that, so put it for y'all to actually chat in there with me. So, yeah, still do apologize on that, even though that was a bit ago. Do apologize on that. Get the chest. Ow. Again, these Jack in the Box. These Jack in the Boxes. Who knew Jack in the Boxes could be so evil, though? I guess if there are these kind of Jack in the Boxes, then yeah, they would definitely be evil. But I wouldn't think of any other Jack in the Boxes being evil. Yeah, I wouldn't think of any other Jack in the Boxes being evil besides, I guess, these ones. And I kind of do like the whole lock, shock, and barrel fight in this game as well, compared to, of course, the first one. Which I just always found their fight in the first game to be very, very annoying. Especially just the whole, comparing the whole combat from the first game to the second one, I would say. It's just from comparing the two, I definitely prefer the one in the second game. Just with the whole combat, that makes it a lot better. It makes it a lot better. And yeah, they're actually using a Heartless as well. They're actually using a Heartless in this fight too, which does make it a lot better as well. Definitely makes it a lot better. And yeah, being able to hit the fireballs back at it too. It's just really cool. Just really, really cool to actually do. I keep trying to do that inside combo thing, but yeah, just cannot be able to get it. And of course I can't do that inside combo when they're in the air, because I wouldn't be able to reach them. I can't be able to reach them, so... Ow. Yeah, I get hit with that fireball. Why don't I? Just get hit with that fireball. Shoot that fireball back at them. Get what was coming to them. Ow. There's no point trying to throw those fireballs, you know. There we go. Because they were just missing me. They were just missing me with that whole, with the fireballs. Just completely missing me. So, yeah, definitely not very well for them, wouldn't I say. Definitely not pretty good for Lock, Shock, and Barrel. These Heartless here can be annoying, sort of, as well, I would say. These ones can definitely be annoying, too. I do also, another thing that I love about Kingdom Hearts 2 is the whole second visits, right? Having more story in the second visit. Like you complete the first visits, obviously, and then some more stuff actually happens that you would need to go back for the second visit. Like, that's what I love about the second Kingdom Hearts. I kind of do wish that we had some other stuff that was kind of like, right, that was kind of like being able to go to do these worlds a second time or visit them a second time in the story. Because that's what I love about on this game. Being able to do that. It's just so very cool to be able to do. But let's go, Oogie Boogie. Yeah, already about to complete the first visit, even though it feels like we just entered Halloween Town. I mean, yes, not watching the cutscenes, basically, kind of makes it feel very short, I would say, right? Just skipping the cutscenes does kind of make the visit a bit short, wouldn't you say? At least I would definitely find it like that. But yeah, again, I definitely love this fight with Oogie Boogie a bit more than on the first game. I would definitely say that. I just find it a lot more fun compared to on the first game. And yeah, that comes to a lot of bosses. Yeah, I do like... Yeah, the bosses in the first Kingdom Hearts game are really good, I would say. There's some really good bosses. But I just feel like on the later games, especially when it comes to the whole mechanics, the combat mechanics and stuff, it just makes it a lot more better when it comes to the overall fights. Wouldn't y'all say the same thing? Yeah, wouldn't y'all say the same thing? Because I certainly think that's the case, though. I do certainly think that is the case. Yeah, of course Oogie Boogie would have to fall down here, where these utter heartless are. Alright, now we got the electrocution. Yeah, very smooth Oogie Boogie. Just doing the electrocution here. And having just the fact that he has that giant glove, like, where does that come from? Where does that giant glove even come from? That's what I want to know. It's just crazy the amount of traps as well that Oogie Boogie was able to have in this, put in Santa's workshop compared to, you know, in his actual place in the first game. It's just absolutely, or it's just crazy. Right? It's just crazy. Like, that glass should not be as sturdy right there. For real. That glass should not be as sturdy as it was. For real. It just looks very, very shattered. Like, yeah, there's no way it would be able to handle his weight. But, no, it was able to. Magnet. We have gotten Magnet. And we now have the second visit of Twilight Town unlocked. But before we actually do go to Twilight Town, the second visit of it at least, we can also do, like, it doesn't force you to go to Twilight Town when it opens back up. That's right. It doesn't force you, unlike when you're first going back to Hollow Bastion when it comes to getting the 100 Acre Woods book. So, yeah, you can go and do the other worlds that you haven't done, too. You can go and do these first. And before you go back to Twilight Town. Which I do like as well. And technically, you don't even have to do the whole last visit to Twilight Town. You know, when you're going back into the mansion to get to this other Twilight Town, right? In order to get to the final world, basically, right? Like, you could just go to the final world very easily, without even having to go to Twilight Town, which is pretty interesting. Like, I find that pretty interesting how you're able to do that. Pretty interesting that you are able to do that. Pretty interesting. Yeah, I definitely want to go ahead and get both of these visits out of the way as well. Because before you know it, we're going to be heading back to Hollow Bastion or Radiant Garden to, you know, do the 1000 Heartless fight. And also, once with that, we will be getting to the second second visits, right, on the other Disney worlds that we went to. We will have unlocked. So I want to go ahead and get most of the first visits out of the way. Obviously, I don't count Atlantica, of course. I don't count Atlantica or the 100 Acre Woods, since they are both minigames, right? All you do is different minigames. So they're not like the other worlds on here. And it is pretty funny, though, that all of the 100 Acre Woods, you don't ever see any Heartless. Which, imagine if that it would be the case, though, in a future Kingdom Hearts game, where we actually see Heartless actually somehow get into the 100 Acre Woods. Like, that would actually be kind of interesting. Right? Because, again, all of the different visits with the 100 Acre Woods, the Heartless are not there. Right? Heartless are actually not present in the 100 Acre Woods. I mean, it is actually kind of interesting as well, if you just think about it, how, yeah, they are just not in the 100 Acre Woods at all. The Heartless are. It's quite interesting. Quite interesting. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do Pride Lands before we go and do or Agrabah before we go back to Twilight Town. I'm gonna go and get those chests. Again, I really do like the whole Sora being a lion, right? I mean, I guess it kind of also fits in his original concept. Because he was supposed to be like a half lion, half boy kind of character that Square Enix was actually going for his actual, from the very beginning. So I guess him actually being a lion here actually does somewhat make you feel like, yeah, just going back, just a little nod to what they originally had for Sora. It's something that they originally had for Sora. Which, again, if y'all may have not have seen and or heard about that whole thing, which is quite interesting. How what Sora's actual design was actually going to be, how he was going to be half lion, tiger, half lion. I would probably say it definitely looks like, at least more like of a lion. I would say tiger, but it definitely looks more like a lion than a tiger. I have I have definitely seen it plenty of times though. That whole original concept of what Square Enix was going for when it came to doing Sora's design. And a lot of people I have also heard they were saying of how maybe with if they do Zootopia, right? Zootopia, maybe they can go back and rethink on the whole original design and have Sora maybe something like that. I mean, that would be pretty cool though, right? Yeah, you can reuse that original concept for Sora for Zootopia. Because again, I can see Sora obviously being some kind of animal as well in Zootopia, since, it's animals, a movie of animals. So, yeah, I can definitely see Sora being really cool looking if there were to be a Zootopia world. Which I still think that there could be one though, because there is a fan base, of course, and a lot of people that would want to see um would want to see the Zootopia and Kingdom Hearts. They sure would want to see. I mean, I've seen a lot of people definitely requesting. A lot of requests as well. I mean, same thing goes for Treasure Planet as well. Which Treasure Planet actually was going to be in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Because apparently, y'all may have seen videos on that as well from other people, but apparently there was, I can't remember what the code was actually, like what it actually said, but it was, people believed that it was sort for Treasure Planet, and an untextured area from the original console of Dream Drop Distance, since it was originally made and originally released on the 3DS, and it actually showed an untextured ship that you would be able to fly on, and a lot of people assumed, what if it was actually the ship from Treasure Planet? I have watched the movie. I did watch the movie. I cannot remember the name of the ship exactly. But, yeah, the main ship that you would see them on in the actual movie. Right, so, I mean, I still would like to see Treasure Planet in Kingdom Hearts, because I feel like it would definitely fit. Kingdom Hearts would definitely, I feel definitely would, if Treasure Planet was actually in it, it would definitely fit Kingdom Hearts. Just when it comes to the story as well. The whole story of Treasure Planet, I definitely feel would somewhat fit Kingdom Hearts, right? A lot of people are, of course, wanting to see Coco, which, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Coco. Probably one of my least favorite Disney movies. But, yeah, I honestly would actually kind of would want to see how Sora would look as well in a world like Coco. Since, Sora's already technically dead in Kingdom Hearts 4. He is technically already dead in Quadratum, since that's an afterlife. So, yeah, him going to another afterlife, I guess, the day of the undead, right, the world of the undead, would kind of make some sort of sense, I guess, considering that he's already dead, and he would go to a world that's where you're also dead, right? you're dead, but technically not because they're just skeletons and stuff. Very confusing, I will say. Kind of confusing if you think about it. But you know. You know. One of these chests, I know that has the 100 Acre Woods torn page. And honestly, I think I would actually like, if they did bring back the 100 Acre Woods, which I'm pretty sure that they will in Kingdom Hearts 4, I actually would probably like it if they actually did do the whole hunting for the torn pages, because I kind of like that. I do kind of like that, on going and trying to find the torn pages in the different worlds in order to repair the book. I do like that. You know, that Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2 does. The whole going for the torn pages. I definitely do like that. Maybe that's just me, though, because again, just depends on what everybody else would think as well. Of course. Of course, of course. Here you go, Goofy. I guess I'll give Goofy some AP. I guess I'll give Goofy some AP. Why not, I guess. The Circle of Life Keyblade, which I definitely really like. I definitely like the Circle of Life Keyblade. It's a real cool Keyblade. It's a real neat Keyblade. 22 strength and 20 magic, and yeah, it's got a bit more. I mean, if you just look at this Keyblade to the Circle of Life one, which I will just put in there. Why not? I will use. And just put some ethers in the slots, the item slots. And yeah, let's go and let's head and go to fight Scar, which I really do love the Scar fight. I really do like the Scar fight. Definitely one of my favorite fights in Kingdom Hearts. And again, Scar is definitely one of my favorite villains as well. And after watching Mufasa, though, it definitely changes really a whole lot from the Lion King movie, especially. Like, you would have to feel quite bad on a lot of parts after watching Mufasa. And if you go back to watch The Lion King, since, you know, Mufasa is a prequel to The Lion King. So, yeah, it definitely hits a lot different after you see Mufasa and then going back to the whole Lion King. The Lion King, right? Like, it definitely hits very different. It's a way, way different. Not terrible, I would say, but definitely can be very sad. I mean, yeah, I did like Mufasa. It was definitely a good movie. And I did like that they did use it in the art style, or the live action style. I did like that they did that. Right, they did use the whole live action style for Mufasa when doing the movie. These guys can be so annoying. These hyenas can be quite annoying, I would say. But yeah, this whole part here isn't the worst, I would say. This whole part isn't the worst. Isn't that terrible? Boom. There we go. And just considering that you do have to fight them again when it comes to the second visit. Right? Just considering that you do have to fight them again once you come back for the second visit of the level of the world. Let's go, Scar. Time to fight Scar. I definitely do prefer this fight compared to the whole fight in the second visit. I mean, yeah, we do fight a Heartless. Well, technically Scar is a Heartless on this fight, right? Scar was turned into a Heartless. It just still shows his form, right? His form here. But yeah, I still do prefer this fight compared to the second visit's fight. Kind of the same way when it comes to Halloween Town. I do like the whole the first visit of Halloween Town a bit more, just because fighting Oogie Boogie, the Experiment Heartless can definitely, or the Experiment, Dr. Finkelstein's Experiment can be a bit of annoying of a fight, but I definitely do still prefer the first visit of the whole world. And kind of the same way when it comes to when it comes to the Land of Dragons, because of the whole fight on there, Son Yu, with the fight of Son Yu, I just definitely prefer a lot more. Just the whole fight with Son Yu, I definitely like. And also prefer to fight with Barbossa compared to the whole second visit with that Grim Reaper. Like, Lord have mercy. Yeah, the Grim Reaper fight, especially the last one, or the last fight with the Grim Reaper Heartless in Port Royal, yeah, it definitely can be very aggravating. Definitely prefer to fight with Barbossa than doing that whole Grim Reaper Heartless. 100%. Like 100% I prefer. But that's the first visit of the Pride Lands completed. Now we can head to Agrabah. And this is another fight that you can just let the Heartless defeat or take you out, and you would still be able to continue. But I like the XP. I like the XP. So, I mean, if you were doing like a level 1 run, I guess you can say, then yeah, you could do that. You could just let the Heartless take you out, because it doesn't really matter, because you'll still be able to continue, right? Even if you lose this, you would still be able to continue. So it just really doesn't matter at all. what you do. And yeah, I do like the second visit of Agrabah as well, just because of the whole fight um with Jafar. I definitely love the whole fight with Jafar. Put those on. Just buy some of those just to put on Donald and Goofy. Why not? Why not? Why not? Go ahead and get these chests. I definitely did like the whole Agrabah visit in the first game, I would say, but I kind of do prefer the whole visit on Agrabah in the second game. If I had to choose which one I liked more, I would probably say definitely in Kingdom Hearts 2 with the visit with Agrabah. Same thing. Again, kind of the same way I am with Halloween Town that I mentioned. Right? Just similar to the whole thing with on there. I'm sorry, Goofy, but I want to put that on there. I just want to put that there. Sorry, Donald. Switch you out with Goofy, just because we have Aladdin with us, and I want to have Aladdin in our party. We got once more. That's what I'm talking about. Got once more. Let's see. Do we have enough to equip it? Yeah. Go ahead and equip once more. Once more, definitely a must-have ability. Second chance, once more, Leaf Bracer. Definitely. Definitely a must-have. A must-have ability all the way. All the way must-have ability. I can't remember if is there anything in which I know there's some chest around here, but I always cannot remember if there was some chest in that top part. Let's see, do we have... Okay, not yet. I couldn't or I wasn't sure if we had where we can level up those drive forms again, but not yet. Not to that point yet. Alright. Okay, I wanted to make sure. Definitely wanted to make sure. Again, I don't have to worry about these Heartless, but again, most of us do like XP, right? A lot of us do like XP, so really any kind of Heartless that we even come encounter with would count, right? As many of the Heartless we can come across definitely counts for sure. Let me see. Skill. Yeah, I guess I'll put that for Goofy. That ability ring for Goofy. Cause I feel like I don't really need that. Not now at least, cause I got some better ones. Right? And again, we don't have the whole fight with the head, right? The tiger head. Which, why does it look a bit smaller on here compared to Kingdom Hearts 1, right? I don't know why it feels a bit smaller compared to the first game. I don't know why. I mean, again, just look. See? I mean, yeah, it still looks a bit bigger, or it still looks big, but again, just from the size, I guess how Sora was from the first game, it just felt like it was a lot bigger compared to on here. Maybe that's just me, though, but it definitely feels like that, though. Like, it's just gotten a bit smaller. I mean, yeah, the whole inside of the cave, or the Cave of Wonders, right, has definitely changed from both games. I would definitely say it definitely has changed. I mean, that's not a bad thing, of course. That's definitely not a bad thing that the whole inside changed. Okay, yeah, that was a waste because I was thinking on, or I was trying to get that Heartless, but they killed it for me. So, yeah, just doing that Thunder really didn't help anything, did it? Yeah, that Heartless, this Heartless here just does not even care that he was being toasted. Like, dude, he was not even caring at all. Not even caring. Not even caring one bit. He was getting fried. Yeah, like he was not caring a single bit. Keep going. Keep going, Abu. Yeah, the Aladdin live action is another one that I liked. The whole live action Aladdin was definitely one of those live actions I did like. Obviously, of course, I will say, yes, I do like the live action Aladdin, but obviously, I would still 100% all the way always choose um I'll always choose Robin Williams's genie voice, right? Voice with the genie. All the time, forever. I'll always prefer. Will Smith didn't do a or did a pretty good job with Genie, I would say, but obviously Robin Williams will always stay the number one Genie, of course. All the all the time will be my favorite of the Genie voices. Just putting me in a corner there. He was just blowing fire, just putting me into that corner there. Like this is just a long drop though. Like man, who designed inside these Cave of Wonders though? Like let's just say in the game, like who actually are in the actual Agrabah, right? In the world of Agrabah, like who even designed these kind of stuff? Like it's just crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Of course, we have yet another Heartless encounter here with Again, just back-to-back Heartless encounters. It's just pretty funny. Back-to-back Heartless encounters. Wait, can I just go into Valor form? Even though we can't level it up right now. We can't level up Valor form right now. I wonder if I can just go into Valor form just to, you know, speed up the process. Just to speed up the process. Like, why not just speed up the process on this? Just speed it up. There we go. Yeah, I felt like that was pretty good. Alright. Yeah, just go into there. Just so we would have not in Valor. We wouldn't be in Valor form anymore. And what was it that I was thinking of? Hang on. I cannot remember what I was thinking of. I can't remember. I honestly cannot remember what it was. Besides the whole Valor. Yeah, I don't remember. I was thinking of something else, but I just can't remember what it was. Just cast a Blizzard on him. Alright, let's go and put another Ether in here, and I guess I'll use one as well. There we go. Alright, this Heartless fight is something else, I can say. Pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting fight. I mean, yeah, I definitely still like the whole fight in the second visit with Genie Jafar. But yeah, this one is pretty interesting too. This whole fight here. This whole fight here is pretty interesting. I like how small that they are as well, that they get. It's pretty cute. Just how they turn. They are very small here. Yeah, it's not a very bad fight. Not too terrible of a fight. Like, yeah, Pete, you got some pretty weak Heartless here to try to get this job done for you. Alright, that's one down. That's one. And here's another. Boom. Try to do better next time, Pete. Yeah, try to do a bit better next time, will ya? Alright, now we can go back to Twilight Town. Now that we gotten those first visits out of the way. Back to Twilight Town. And let's see, yeah, don't have enough right now for that, so got Genie as a summon, so we can level up we can now continue to level up the summons, the summon gauge now, since we gotten Genie as a summon. So we gotten Chicken Little and Genie now. Some people I have seen when talking about turning red in Kingdom Hearts, a lot of people are like, maybe as a summon, like they would say. And the same thing goes for Cars as well, which, yeah, a Cars world in Kingdom Hearts, I don't really know about that, how I would feel about that. I just think that would be a little too weird to have, like, just imagine a car Sora. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to think on that. Just saying a car Sora. I don't know how I would feel with that. So I think maybe having Lightning McQueen or something like that as a summon maybe could work, right? Lightning McQueen or Mater or just somebody from Cars maybe could work as a summon, but not as a world, I would say. I wouldn't say a Cars world wouldn't, I don't think, should not really be a thing, but maybe as a summon. I don't say why or how. I could see it probably working as a summon. Again, some people are saying, like, when it comes to turning red, going back to the whole turning red thing, how some people are like, how they're not so sure. Some people talking about not sure with turning red, but maybe as a summon, like having May, right? Having May and her, her red panda form be a summon, right? Be like a summon. That would actually be pretty cool, though. Yeah, it would be pretty cool to actually see as a summon. I mean, do remember also, in Kingdom Hearts 2, Buzz and Woody were actually going to be summons in Kingdom Hearts 2. At least, I think the final mix version only. I don't think it was like the original Kingdom Hearts 2, like on the PS2. I think it was originally meant for the final mix edition, that Woody and Buzz. But yeah, there are files that suggest Buzz and Woody being summons, but for unknown reasons they were removed, or unsure reasons. I can only say being removed. Maybe time restraints. I mean, that's what it would be for a lot of stuff. Personally, that's for a lot of stuff that you would hear about, like time restraints. I mean, yeah, Toy Story was going to be in Kingdom Hearts 1. Yeah, was going to be in the first Kingdom Hearts. But of course, maybe time restraints as well. And really, I've also heard that they just had so much trouble getting, like, Disney to get Pixar movies like Toy Story to be in Kingdom Hearts. Like, they've had so much trouble trying to get it into Kingdom Hearts. That's why it took us all the way till now on Kingdom Hearts 3 to see Toy Story as a world. Like, they've been wanting to do it since the very beginning. Again, since Kingdom Hearts 1, but they just always had trouble trying to get, I guess the whole license stuff to implement Toy Story into Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I can kind of understand that, right? I can kind of sort of understand that. Yeah, I just love the Oath Keeper. Oath Keeper is just so cool. Such a cool Heartless. Heartless. Yeah, the weapon that we're using is a Heartless. No, such a cool Keyblade. Definitely another one of my favorite looking Keyblades, too. I just like the design of it, especially Kyrie's Lucky Charm as well, being the keychain, right? Being the keychain part, Kyrie's Lucky Charm definitely makes it really cool. Let's see. Nope. Okay, we can level up. Now we can level up more of Valor and Wisdom. And of course, we can level up Limit. Which Limit is a pretty good, or pretty cool summon. You know, drive form as well. I will say. Yeah, it's a pretty cool drive form. Limit form is. And again, for every finisher move that you do with it, it counts. Every finisher. It counts with it. What I find really interesting with it. It definitely really helps when it comes to, especially the 1,000 Heartless fight. I especially like using Limit Form on. Like, whoever uses Oathkeeper, I know it's not one of the strongest Keyblades, especially comparing to later Keyblades that you get, but it's still a cool one to use. Definitely still a cool Keyblade to use. I would definitely say. It's a pretty good Keyblade to use. And again, I do love the whole Tron visit as well in Kingdom Hearts 2. Definitely do like the whole Tron visit of Space Paranoids in the first game, or on Hair in Kingdom Hearts 2, compared to Dream Drop Distance. If I had to choose the Tron visits, I just definitely like the one in this on Hair. I like a bit more. I do like a bit more. Yeah, there's just a lot of chests in this area. I can definitely say. Lots of chest. Pretty crazy, I would say, too. Just the amount of chests that there are. Leon? Hello there, Leon. Space Paranoids. And I just love the design as well. right? Just the design as well, I really do like. Sorry, Donald. Once again, trading you out for Goofy. Trading you out for Goofy. Donald must feel just absolutely terrible. No. Like, I'm sorry, Donald. But like I said, I just love having Goofy in my party. With the other Disney characters. On whichever world it is that we're in. Follow which one is the real part. Here it is. I still know which one it is. It's this one. Bam! There you go. Not too hard to figure out to watch. To watch and which one it is. Which one's the real one. Definitely not hard at all. Not hard at all. Master form. Thank you, Mickey. And here's Stitch. Go back into Space Paranoids. And of course we have this part as well. This is an interesting section, I would say. Definitely an interesting part. And yeah, especially on, it can be definitely tough on harder difficulties, for sure. It can definitely be tough on harder difficulties. But yeah, it's pretty a cool, fun section. These are one of the cool things from the Tron movies that I really do like. Just the whole design, because again, it's like motorcycles, right? It's like riding a motorcycle. It's just so fun like that. Which I don't know if I would ever want to actually do a motorcycle. Or be on the back with somebody doing a motorcycle. I'm not so sure. Just looks, especially the one that driving, it definitely looks hard, especially having to keep balance, right? Trying to keep the balance on driving it. Definitely does look kind of challenging. Now, of course, I've rode on a golf cart before, which, yeah, I know that is a lot, that is completely different compared to a motorcycle, but still, I have driven in a golf cart plenty of times, which, yeah, really fun as well. I definitely like. I almost had Donald in my party. I almost had Donald in my party, but I called it last minute. I mean, again, we're just about to have Donald in our party, right? We're about to have Donald in our party. We're about to get to close to that whole section of fighting Demix and doing the whole 1000 Heartless fight, which technically the whole 1000 Heartless fight doesn't have us having Donald or Goofy in the party. But you do know what I mean. We're about to have Donald back in our party, especially when it comes to the whole Demix fight, at least. So, yeah, Donald almost being back into the party. This part can also be quite interesting too. And yeah, the whole passwords is quite interesting too. The Princesses of Heart, having the Princesses of Heart as the password. Aurora, Cinderella, Snow White, Kyrie, which, yeah, Kyrie is considered, obviously, a princess, right? Because she is part of the Princesses of Heart. So, yeah, Kyrie is up there. Belle, Jasmine, feel like I'm missing somebody. Again, this is of course before the new Princesses of Heart, obviously. The whole new Princesses of Heart that are like in this third game. Which of course Kyrie is also in the new Princesses of Heart. She was in the old Seven Princesses of Heart, and of course in the new Princesses of Heart. Inside, in both Princesses of Heart season. Again, quite interesting, I would say, too. Definitely interesting. Both being in the both Princesses of Heart. And of course, she's the only Princess of Heart to obviously be fighting alongside the, Guardians of Light, of course, too. Because obviously all the other all the other princesses don't fight, right? They don't fight. Now this Heartless fight coming up is quite interesting too, that we have to do. It's definitely something, this Heartless here. And of course we can use Tron's Limit as well. Use Tron's Limit here. Which I definitely love. He's definitely probably one of my favorite of the limits, though, that you can use, though. I would definitely say so. Alright, got enough of the clusters that we can have. We just need to freeze the Heartless. It's like putting Stopra, or something like that. Stopka. Putting something like that on the Heartless. Freeze. No, it's not like Taco Tuesday, like using the Craggle or something like that. It's not like using the Craggle. Not that kind of freeze. And yeah, of course, use some lasers. Why don't you? Right, use some lasers. Make it a bit more fun. Makes it a bit more fun, I would say. Drive gauge power up. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we can head back. This Keyblade is pretty cool as well. I do like. Wait, hang on. Do I? Yeah. I always forget. Do I have to go back to the computer or what? Yeah. Again, it's now leading up to the 1000 Heartless. Leading up to the 1000 Heartless fight. I actually would like to see the drive forms actually return though. Which I don't know if they would ever return the drive forms. But it would be pretty cool though to actually see the drive forms actually return. Because that's definitely yet another thing that I do like when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 2 is the different drive forms. Now these nobodies though, they are definitely annoying. These nobodies here, I about said heartless. These nobodies definitely annoying. Aren't they called dancer nobodies? Or dancer something? I feel like they have dancer in the name. There are some nobodies and heartlesses and unversed and dream eaters. All the animes that you can think of. It can be kind of trying to figure out the names on them. Yeah, I never knew Donald could use a broom as, you know, as a staff. It's pretty funny. But now we have the Demyx fight, which, yeah, this one definitely a lot more tougher, but I do find a lot more enjoyable compared to his fight in Olympus. Just because this fight is a bit longer as well. This fight is a lot longer compared to the fight in Olympus, which all you have to do is just destroy all these forms, these bubble forms of Demyx, and then that's the whole fight. But now it's actually a fight with him, right? You're actually fighting Demyx, like an actual boss. So definitely definitely better. Definitely a lot better of a fight. Just don't count his, don't count his data battle. The data battle of Demyx is definitely probably one of my least favorite data battles. Especially one of the most toughest as well. Data battle. I just do not like the data battle with Demyx. Definitely one of my least favorites. I do love that reaction commando. And this guy is almost killed. There we go. See, just like that. Managed to take him out. So sorry, Demyx. So sorry for that. But what could I have done, though? Right? What could I have done to prevent that from happening, Demix? I mean, at least he's being recompleted. At least that's the positive thing. He's being recompleted. Now we have the Final Fantasy characters, which this part is really cool too. The different Final Fantasy characters coming and helping you. Right, coming to actually help Sora get to the area with the 1,000 Heartless. Which again is definitely one of my favorite parts of Kingdom Hearts. Not just the second game, but in the franchise as well. Definitely one of my all-time favorite parts. Just the fact 1,000 Heartless that are able to load in. Like, I'm surprised they managed to get that. Like, when they were making that part, I'm surprised they managed to do that without, causing the whole game to crash or something. Which I wouldn't be surprised if when they were actually doing it, that there were times that maybe it did actually crash. Right? Like, the game actually did crash. I wouldn't be surprised. Because, again, 1,000 Heartless loading in as well, that's a lot. That's a lot, especially if you can compare to the original console that Kingdom Hearts 2 were released on, which was on the PS2. Yeah, just think about that on the PS2. Something of like 1,000 Heartless, loading in on a software, like on a console, like the PlayStation 2. Just imagine that. I can't imagine how that was like. And just very surprising how there was no, like, frame rate drops. Which I personally wouldn't be surprised if there were, if people do have gotten frame rate drops on that. I wouldn't be too surprised, honestly, if that was the case. Again, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't be so sure because I never did of course, not the original release. So, I wouldn't be able to say so sure exactly. But, I mean, there's a lot of other sections too. Like, I'm surprised that, or I would want to know how they're able to put that into those consoles, right? The original consoles. And Kingdom Hearts 2 is not the only one, of course. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 is definitely not the only one, I would say. Second chance, once more. Here we go. Alright. We all know what it is now. What time it is. We got the torn page. Yeah, this area is just filled with chests. This area is just filled with chests. Overwhelmed with chests. But it is now time for the 1,000 Heartless. The 1,000 Heartless fight. It is now time for. Again, just such a cool area. Definitely a really good spot for leveling, if you're wanting to level, especially Limit. Most definitely a really good spot on wanting to upgrade Limit or to level it up. Of course, you would have to get enough of the drive gauge up to be able to do it, of course. But again, just imagine this part. Just imagine this whole section. 1,000 Heartless in this one section on a console like Kingdom or like the PlayStation 2. Yeah, like that I just would not be I just cannot imagine being able to handle something like this. I mean, do actually remember as well, which I have heard about this, but apparently the original release, before the final mix edition, the final mix version of Kingdom Hearts 2, apparently that whole Roxas part was never a thing. Yeah, that whole Roxas fight, when you get to the world that never was never a thing in the original release. It only had that cutscene with the encountering, right? Like Sora encountering Roxas when you first get to that cutscene. But yeah, you were not actually originally, you couldn't originally fight him, which I'm so glad they did make him actual, like an actual fight with him. I definitely am glad they did. Because again, that's just one of the most memorable fights in the series as well. And especially with the music that plays in the background too, that makes it a lot better too. It definitely makes it a lot better. Definitely makes it a whole lot better. Nope, I did not. I did not mean to use, or about to use a Mega Potion. But what I did just say though, we did unlock, or we did unlock the first level of Dodge Roll. Which it is pretty neat that Dodge Roll is in this game though, but in the form of, having to get it from the drive gauge. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. We got past 300. Again, out of 1,000. Out of 1,000 Heartless. 1,000 Heartless. And again, look, they're still coming in, too. Those Heartless are still coming in. Like, Jesus. Like, how they were able to program this into the game with no issues, right? Not having any issues. Which, again, I wouldn't be too surprised if they did actually have some problems time and time trying to put this part into the game. I mean, I'm sure it probably had to take a lot of hard work. A lot of work to be able to put this many enemies into this one section. Without the game breaking. Without it breaking the game or anything like that. Like, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. And yeah, just the fact that Sora is able to take down all of these by himself, though, is just a bonus, too. A bonus within itself. Yeah, it's just a bonus within itself that Sora is able to take down all of these by himself. That just shows that Sora really needs to become a Keyblade Master. For real. Like, at this point, I'm still surprised that he's just not a Keyblade Master. Like, you cannot tell me of all the things that he's able to accomplish. right? To say that he is not a Keyblade Master out of all the things that he was able to accomplish. And like, yeah, again, he defeated like the real Organization 13, the first original, or the original Organization 13. He saved the world from falling into darkness from the first game, and just again just endured so many different things. And yet he is still not a Keyblade Master, at least to Yen said. Like, Sora can certainly fight, right? Sora can certainly fight for sure. It's just, hopefully before the series ends, though. Hopefully before the series ends, I really do hope that they'll actually make Sora an official Keyblade Master. Right? I hope he gets that honor of being a Keyblade Master in the end when the series ends. That's one of the biggest things I hope for. Sora finally becoming a Keyblade Master at the end of the series would make it really good. Would make a really good ending as well. Sora finally getting his title of being a Keyblade Master after all these adventures he's gone through. Finally being a Keyblade Master. But there we go. All 1,000 Heartless have been vanquished. And now the second visits have been unlocked. The second visits to the Disney Worlds have been unlocked. Yeah, the whole second visit when it comes to base castle. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know a lot of people would not be a fan of it, of course. The whole second visit, just because, the whole fight with Zaldin, right? The whole fight with Zaldin. I know a lot of people would not like on. But yeah, it definitely can be, or definitely is, a very challenging fight for sure. The whole Zaldin fight. And of course, you can obviously tell this guy is Riku, even though it says Mysterious Man. Just look at the weapon that he has. It's obviously Riku. Right, you can obviously tell that it's Riku. I'm sure even if you're like a new person, if you were a new person playing Kingdom Hearts 2, you would still make it out that it's Riku, of course. Right, you could still make it out that it's Riku. Still be able to make it out. Yeah, Sora just fighting Riku. And just the way that he's holding his weapon as well. Right? Just the way that he's holding it. Doesn't it look very similar to how Riku would hold his as well? Just the way that he's holding it. Just obviously just tells you, too, that it's Riku. Yeah, definitely some fight for sure. Definitely some fight that Riku is. Switch back to the yeah, I'll switch back to the Circle of Life Keyblade. Why not? I wanted to use Oathkeeper a bit. I wanted to use the Oathkeeper Keyblade a bit. Yeah, definitely we'll put on this Keyblade again. Ow. These Heartless, again, a lot of these other Heartless can be something else for sure. Definitely can be something. Level 34. Blizzard. 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 Come over here, you Heartless. I'm not gonna... Or this is gonna be quick and painless. Which, who knows exactly if Heartless even feel pain when you take them out? Like, do they even feel pain? That's what I want to know. It's a pretty interesting question. Or a pretty interesting thought, I would say. Like, yeah, do they actually feel pain? I mean, I could see them probably feeling pain. Right? The Heartless taking pain. I could see, definitely. Yeah, I could definitely see it. See them feeling pain. These guys are something else for sure. Absolutely crazy. And I feel like I just wasted that MP because I feel like the health was already up. Right. I feel like it was already restored. My health was. all of these, though, like these things are these nobodies are absolutely crazy here. They're definitely zig bars all the way. I could definitely say these are definitely some of the zig bars. Just the way that they shoot those things out, that you can shoot or reflect back at them. They definitely would make you say definitely zig bars. Definitely zig bars all the way. Get these chests. Again, this throne room is just filled with chests, though. It's just absolutely filled with chests. Another torn page. Like, again, just so many chests. Like, good grief. Just, whoever designed this room definitely, I'm sure, had fun just placing all of these different chests. I'm sure they just had lots of fun placing these different chests around. Oh yeah, Giffy doesn't have his things in, doesn't he? Yeah, I'm sure they had lots of fun. And now we have this Heartless fight. This Heartless Dragon fight. Which, again, I still prefer the whole fight with Shan Yu. And when it comes to the bosses. Not sure what exactly these are, but yeah, I feel like definitely would be good to try to take them out. Completely miss. That was subtle. Just completely miss it. Just completely miss it. Wow. Yeah, just completely miss it again. Trying to land on the tail, but you can't land on the tail. Right? You can't land on the tail. You're not able to lay on the tail. Definitely one of the most really interesting designed Heartless, though. I would definitely say. Especially that move that Sora just did to knock it down. Like, yeah, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Then, yeah, he's going to go over here. Almost got him. He's almost dead. He's almost dead. He's almost dead. He's got one bar left. Of course. Trying to he's gonna do that right when I was trying to get back on top of him. He's not gonna make it easy for us. I can say that. Alright, this should finish him off. This whole thing right here should finish him off. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, this will. Bam! Alright, got an upgrade to Thunder. Upgrade. And that's the last visit to Land of Dragons complete. Yeah, I think that's will conclude this stream. Hopefully you enjoyed. Like, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notifications turned on so you miss anything new. Like to know what y'all think. Get the next one.